Hello, everybody. I believe we are live right now. Welcome, one and all, to One Shot Wonders, the series of D&D one shots where we explore a new setting every month with a wonderful cast of crew that joins me every week. This month, as it is October Spooky Month, we are delving into the world of Penumbra as presented by The Blood Plague, a module produced by Incountable Play and written by friend of the show, Jonathan Fry. I'm super excited to delve in, but before we get started with all that, let's do all the normal Academy things. First of all, we have a bunch of social links. Please check us out over and all of our socials. The best way to catch up with what we're doing and all that fun stuff. We have Discord, Twitter, all that stuff. We also have a YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, you've already found it. Good job. But otherwise, if you are missing any episodes, YouTube, we're all up to date with our previous sessions. So definitely check us out over there. Um, we are full time now at the Academy. So thank you so much for everyone for supporting us. We hit our monthly cost goal, which is super amazing. So again, thank you. Uh, Best way to support us as we go full time is to support us on our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You get some really cool content written by some wonderful people in the community. We also have merch. We have our lovely Scoticus Academy logo, which is somewhere on here, and you can get that on a shirt, on a notebook, whatever else. It's super great stuff. So if you want a bit of the Academy in your everyday life, definitely check that out. We are also have some really awesome sponsors that help us to keep the show going. So, Bird in the Storm is a publishing group that is sponsoring us now, and they have some really awesome stuff coming our way, especially some modules that will be shown on the show at some point. Maychan Press is another group that is sponsoring us, so please check them out and give them a lot of thanks and love from us at the Academy. We also do have a competition going on, so if you want to win some pretty rainbow dives, definitely enter the competition. If you're subscribed to a YouTube, if you're following us on Twitter and on Twitch, you already have more than half of the entries there, so it's super easy stuff. And of course, we have our tweet. If you can't support us financially, sharing our tweets is the best way to support us. And every 10 retweets we get to trigger a wild magic surge that will happen to one of our wonderful players here from our list that's been compiled by you, the community. So some wacky magical things may happen and it'll be super cool. So that's enough about enough word vomit from me. Let's go around to meet our wonderful cast and crew for this week. So if everyone could go around, say who they are, who they're playing, pronouns for both, that would be great. So let's start off with TK joins the fray. Hello, TK.
It's me! It's TK! They, them. I am a spooky writer on the internet. I write spooky stuff, so I was very excited to be asked to do this. Today I'll be playing Razdarim, who is a hill dwarf cleric of the dwarven goddess of life, death, order, and law, Volcana. Yeah.
Ooh, that'll be fun. All right, and next up we have returning to One Shot Wonders, Cleric of Cord. Hello.
Hello. Hello. I'm Kat, also known as Cleric of Cord, she, her, and I will be playing Dante, a Tiefling Oath of Vengeance paladin, also she, her.
Awesome. And last but not least, we have newcomer to the show. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello. My name is Jonathan. I'm an actor and all-around creative person in the New York area. He, him, for both me and my character, who is Zevran, who is a rogue with perhaps a little bit of magical talent whatsoever, that is here to do some good.
Lovely. And some good is perhaps what this world needs as well. Both in and out of reality, we're going through some terrible things, but let's dive in to the Blood Plague, shall we? Welcome to Penumbra, a land where plague has swept through, devastating the population. Civil war had broke out, and the tension you can feel in the air. You are within Arkenberry Forest. For what reasons, many would question, as Arkenberry Forest is not a place that anyone goes through. In fact, most people avoid it altogether if they have to get to the other side. They add on weeks to the travel, trying to get away from whatever hides within. But you, my adventurers, you have chosen to dive in. You have chosen to cut through, for whatever reason. Perhaps this is to get to Arkenbury Cathedral, a place known to perhaps be a sanctuary of a cure for the plague. Quickly. However, perhaps you have other reasons to explore whatever lies within the depths. So we find our group here, having banded together, perhaps not out of camaraderie, but out of necessity. To delve into the Arkenbury Fort alone would be suicide. It is nightfall, although it is hard to tell whenever it is night in here, as the dark looming trees and their dead yet thickening boughs hide the sky. You are gathered around your campfire. What are all of you doing at this point?
Cleaning weapons, cleaning armor, making sure everything is sharpened and prepared.
Given that it's almost nightfall, probably keeping an eye out on the surrounding area to make sure we're not getting snuck up on by anything.
Rest is asleep. She can't be trusted with anything, so she probably offered to take second watch and then immediately passed out. She's not very accustomed to a lot of travel.
So, as Razda is curled by the small fire and the glint of the blades that Dante is polishing, cleaning, reflects some of the firelight, I would like, um, Zephyr, I believe, to make a perception check. Yeah, things seem in order.
I never said he was good at keeping watch. I just said he was keeping watch.
Indeed. And Rashta, as you were sleeping, this is not your first day here. You've been in the forest for a couple of days. Take some time to cross through it. But Rashta, you've been not having the most restful sleep. Perhaps this is why you just kind of conked out right away. Ever since stepping in, there's just been a sense of unease that's been over your shoulders, and perhaps it's been leaching into your dreams. As during the night, your dreams are not calm or happy, to say the least. Tonight, you dream of a figure in a wheelchair, perhaps, sitting by the edge of a cave. You can't make out the face, but it beckons you. And You feel as though the shadows around you close in, although they belong to no creature or person, as if ushering you forward. You hear whispers, the Heartless Man, the Heartless Man, the Heartless Man, echoing over and over again. You toss and turn in your sleep. And among the rest of you, you hear, the Heartless Man.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
I'm going to pull out one of my sabers and keep it at the ready.
Yeah, I've picked up my shield, and my flail is sitting in my lap, and I'm kind of in a kneeling position, ready to stand up if quickly and move, watching.
Not in a battle stance or anything, just ready to go when needed.
Do I see anything?
I don't see anything. But it's pretty dark, so.
Yeah, well, I can see pretty well in the dark. Am I seeing anything?
You stare into the thicket that is this forest. You try to focus on what shadows that are moving are simply trees and which are not. And you see a few things of movement that shouldn't be moving, passing from behind one tree to another.
Small, medium, large,
About
humanoid?
humanoid shaped.
Humanoid shape. There's somebody out there. How far away is Rasta sleeping from the fire?
Razda is a little more of a halfling than a dwarf, to be perfectly honest. So she's cuddled up as close to the fire she can possibly get without actually singeing herself.
I take the butt of my flail and reach over and just kind of, you know, poke her lightly. More of a like a shove poke than a bang bang type thing. Rasta, get up. There's something out there.
Do I wake from my nightmare pretty easily, or am I like trapped in that?
No, you feel and you wake up, but the last thing is just the Heartless Man.
Oh, yeah. Well, then when she wakes up, it'll be very exaggerated, like,
Shh. Something out there.
I'm gonna put the saber away and take out my crossbow instead.
and when she wakes up, you see that she's like wide-eyed and bloodshot, and she kind of like scratches her stubble a little bit and like looks around, and she's, I thought there was a cave here, but guess there isn't.
No, but there's
No.
something.
There's something, someone's moving around just outside of the range of the fire in the thickets. I stand up, and the shield is down but ready to come up, and the flail is just kind of hanging loose in the arm, and she's just kind of idly swinging the flail, getting that momentum started up just a little bit, still looking around. Got my back to the fire.
Razda will rebuckle her prosthetic across her face and then pick up her warhammer with one hand and join you and grab her shield as well.
As all of you now keep an eye out among the shadows, one figure, the second one, third, fifth, move within the shadows of the trees. They don't approach any closer. but they seem to be perhaps circling.
Shield is up. The flail is swinging full circles now. The momentum going.
I'm going to point and say, if you have any business, best make it quick, otherwise leave now.
And I'll take a step closer to the brush.
All the movement stops. And in the quiet of the night, you hear footsteps now approaching out of the shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Heading toward us.
Heading towards us. You see people, or what might have been people at some point. No, these are not people anymore. What skin they might have had been long flayed off. Bare muscle exposed to the air. They should be in a lot of pain, but they walk as if they feel none. Don't wear clothes or armor. And they step in unison towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just say
5.
nope and fire.
I come forward with the flail. I'm going to attack the ones that are coming at me, closest to me.
Okay. Well, we're going to roll some initiative then.
Oh no. I'm already so nervous.
Okay. What is the initiative count?
How do I?
Just click on the initiative on your
Thank
sheet.
you.
You're welcome.
No worries.
I really appreciate this. Everybody, please be gentle with me. I've never used Roll20 before. I did it.
Damn!
Yeah, you did.
I did it. Did you see me?
Yes,
I
you.
saw it. Very good.
Thank you.
Very proud.
I'll never do anything that good again.
Hey, it's first one of the game.
That's a
Yeah.
good sign.
The one that didn't matter.
Oh, that matters.
I mean, yeah, but does it?
Okay. Let me just write this down. Play counts. And Dante.
Yes.
Okay. So, actually, I don't know what my brain is like. Not 20. But I believe Zephyr goes first with the 24.
Looks like we got a new friend.
Yes. So pop off one bolt with the crossbow.
Okay. Unfortunately, an 8 does not hit.
Yeah.
Again, your eyes are trying to adjust. And your doesn't hit this mark.
Yo, crap. Put away the crossbow, and that's it for my turn.
No bonus action or anything?
Not when I don't hit anything.
All right.
Actually, can I try and hide?
Yeah.
Try and find a nearby tree to duck behind under.
Yeah, for sure. You can roll that stealth check. Hell yeah.
Whew.
Yeah,
Nice.
realizing that you just quickly duck behind one of the trees. Again, the small clearing that you're in is very small. Just enough for the fire and the three of you.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Cool. Rasta, what would you like to do?
Well, honestly, Razda was going to cast light on like a small stone and throw it in the midst of those people. How long have we been traveling as a party? You said 3 or 4 days that I've been in the forest, but how long have we been like hanging out together?
I would say about 2 or 3 days.
Uh, I'd say Razda probably knows that Zevran is a little bit more the sneaky type, and when he like genies out of there, she's gonna be like, maybe I shouldn't light up this entire clearing. But she will cast Sacred Flame and just like hold the action to see how these creatures react to what was clearly a warning shot.
Clearly a warning shot.
Of course,
Clearly
yeah.
a warning shot. So oh, we'll see.
Okay.
She'll just hold Sacred Flame for one of them to attack.
Okay. Yeah, none of the creatures even seem to notice this bolt.
Additionally, do they seem undead?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. So scary.
Your paladin is getting all,
Oh.
Yeah.
hello, these are undead.
She's getting the smitey twitch.
Oh, definitely. The little flames dancing in her eyes.
It's like, oh, ready. The two of us, we could do it. We could burn this force to the ground.
Please don't.
Oh. Yeah, she'll just hold her action.
Okay, awesome. It is now the creatures' turns. Oh, 5 of them. Okay. So one of them, well, actually 2 of them, are going to just start climbing up the trees in a very unnatural sense, almost like a lizard or a spider would. Nails digging into the wood. The other 3, they're going to, 2 of them are going to head towards the source of light that's happening. And let's do those hits. Hold on, sorry. Nat 1 for the first claw attack, 10 for the second, and the bite for 23, Razda.
What the hecky? I was trying to help you guys. You're being real mean.
Yeah, they're being real mean. As the first 2 claws, you managed to duck out away,
Okay.
but
Does that trigger her held sacred flame?
it does.
Thank you. All right. I'm sorry. How much damage am I taking first?
All right,
To
you
finish
get
your
this
thought.
one, which is a 3 points of damage only.
Okay. I was about to say I immediately regret saying that now, but where's my
It's all good. You just get bitten. Chompy chomp.
there's my hit points now. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and shoot off that sacred flame. Pew!
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dex. Okay. They're not great at Dex.
Pew pew.
With a nat 20 though.
Okay, no, that's cool. Whatever. I'm going to assume that when she's bitten, she's like knocked to the side, and like this fireball of divine energy, which for her, because she's not a magic user or anything, it's really just like a ring that she kind of just with, and it just like shoots off into the sky.
Very nice. And the other one is going to try to attack Dante with with a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just it just clangs off of your armor,
Bonk.
and you can see up close now as the very undead eyes of this creature that's now fixated on you.
Yeah.
Dante. It's your turn.
Um, Dante's just kind of she looks at this thing that's kind of trying to scratch through her shield with the flail going. For my bonus action, I'm going to burn a first level spell slot for Divine Smite.
Nice.
Do it.
Yeah. And I'm going to just swing at this thing with my flail.
Myrtleize him.
Hell yeah. Whew.
So that's 7 bludgeoning and 12 radiant for the Divine Smite.
Very nice. Um, yeah, as you just hit into it with your flail, you feel the crunch of whatever was holding this thing up disappear as the divine energy just dissipates it into ash.
Okay. Then I'm going to turn around and the one that's on top of Razda.
Yeah, there's two
I'm
of them
gonna.
on top of. There's two of them on top of her.
Okay. I'm going to the one that's closest, whichever one. I'll take my second attack on that one.
All right.
Oh no.
No, you go to attempt to hit it, but it instead just it skitters away, kind of hissing.
Yeah. Now I don't know if it's been a long time since I've played a paladin. Does that?
Okay.
Okay. No, I have to actually hit it. Okay.
Okay.
So that's my turn. I'm next to Razda.
Okay. Zephyrin.
The undead skittering up the trees, are they within like melee range from the ground, or have they gone too far up?
They've gone too far up.
All right,
Are gone.
they are gone. All right, then I'm going to from my hidden position take a look at one of the undead, and I'm going to use hex on it.
Okay.
That's just so that I know it's there. And then I'm going to pull out both of my sabers, rush up to it, and take a strike at it.
Okay.
Looks like we
11
got
to
a
hit.
new friend.
11.
It's an advantage because I was hidden.
Yeah. So you can roll that again.
23.
That
Much
23
better.
will definitely hit.
All right, so uh, 3 sneak attack damage, 4 slashing, and then 1 from the hex. So
Very
8 altogether.
Okay. All right. As you do cast that hex, it almost feels like it just kind of it doesn't connect with it, but it will take the other damage.
Okay.
All right.
And since I used the bonus action for that, then that is the end of my turn.
Awesome. Rasta.
So as Razda is wrestling with these two undead, she's going to go ahead. Good thing I took Warcaster. Jeez. She's gonna go ahead and tap into her channel divinity, and start basically start chanting a war marching tune that she learned early in the military, and cast Turn Undead.
Very nice.
Which I don't know how to do that from the thing, from the Roll20 thing.
You should be able to click on. Yeah, just be able to click on your thing. Just make sure that it's not editing right now. So.
Oh my gosh.
Or you can click if you hover over it, there'll be a little speech bubble, and you can send it over.
I mean, there's that thing.
Yes.
But
All right.
is that helpful?
Yes. Cool. Do I have to check things? Yeah, I have to do a saving throw, correct? I believe. I need to remember what saving throw that is.
1 second, I'm looking it up.
Thank you.
Roll plus wisdom? What is
Oh.
what does that mean?
It's I think it's a wisdom saving throw from the undead.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What is your spell save DC?
15.
Yeah, so it did not succeed.
Yeah. I did it.
You did it. All right. So with that,
Do I
yeah,
get an
there's.
attack of opportunity?
Pardon?
Nothing. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Anyways, yeah, it screeches in unearthly pain as you chant and funnel your divine energy towards the thing. Yeah.
Oh, updated it.
No worries. Cool. Yeah, so now it will not approach you any further as
Oh,
it is
thank goodness.
afraid of you. Cool.
Get thee from my sight.
Perfect. Well, it's the play count's turn unless you want to do anything else, Alistair.
I think that's an action, so I think she's gonna back up. But other than that, nothing else. So she'll back up her full movement.
Okay. All right. So as you back up, kind of skirting around the fire, otherwise you would have just walked straight through it. From the treetops, there is rustling as well. I need Zephyr and Dante to make me strength saving throws. There is a sudden feeling of momentum and weight on you as the two creatures from the trees leap and land on you. You can sense that, you can smell the scent of death on them, rot and sweetness like honey as they're up and close to your face. All right. They are going to. Let me check that. A 23 on Zephyr and a 15 on Dante. Okay.
Doesn't hit.
Zephyr, as this creature that is now perched on top of you, looming over you, it's almost like a bit of spittle coming off of it and landing on your face. It just scratches into you. You are going to take 3 points of damage only.
Quick question.
Yes.
How many undead were affected by my turn undead? Just the one that was on me or two that were on me, or
I believe it's a. Is it a radius thing? I'm trying to remember things. There's a lot of things.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it is a radius.
Okay, so basically, the two that were on you, the two that were on you are affected by this. Unfortunately, not these guys, as they were hiding.
Second question.
Yes.
The two that were on me, is their CR less than 1?
Oh, that's a good question. CR is. Oh, yes, it is.
Okay, because I have destroy undead.
Very
So
nice.
if they fail, they're instantly destroyed.
Nice.
Sorry, I just wanted to get into that before they took their turn.
No worries. Well, that's a good thing. As you finish backing up, you notice that they had kind of frozen almost. And then they dissipate, dissolving into dust. There are now 2 on top of your friends.
And Zevran wishes he noticed this, but right now he's a little bit preoccupied.
All right, Dante.
All right. So am I prone?
Yeah,
With
you've been knocked prone, essentially.
I've been knocked prone with a thing on top of me. Excellent. Let's see here. All right, so for my movements, I want to get this guy off of me. Okay. I want to, for my bonus action, I'm going to do my use one of my channel divinities for vow of enmity. Creature I can see within 10 feet of me, I'll have advantage on attack rolls against him for 1 minute or until he drops to 0 or falls unconscious. That's my bonus action. I'd like to try and shove this guy up off of me and stand up if I can. If not, then I will just, from the prone position, swing off with my flail.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Basically, it would take your action to shove off if you would like to make that slide check, or you can make a attack with disadvantage from your.
Okay, so I can do attacks with straight rolls because of the vow of.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I will do then. And we will ignore the extra damage.
18 will hit.
So that's 12 bludgeoning.
All right.
And
yeah.
then second strike.
A 14 does hit as well.
That's another 11 bludgeoning.
Very nice. Yeah, you just, even from your position of being on the ground, you managed to crack up into this thing as it rolls off of you and doesn't move.
I will use half my movement to stand up then.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Goodbye.
How far away is Zevran from me?
Zevran's only 30 feet away, max. I think more like 20. So.
Okay. I'll use the rest of my movement to get closer to him in case he needs help.
Okay.
I'm just kind of flailing, like, get off!
Yeah. Speaking of which, Zevran, is your turn.
Okay. Well, considering it's on top of me, I'm going to try and toss it off. So strength, athletics.
Yep. And it's going to make an oppose. It's not very strong. Yeah, you managed to shove it off of you.
Okay, so gets off, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to slash out with my offhand.
Okay. A 10, unfortunately, will not hit.
Nope.
As
It's just like thrown for a loop.
Yeah.
So
as this thing again rolls off of you, but it kind of skitters and uses its both its hands and its feet to dig into the ground, hissing. Heartless man. All right, Rasta.
Rasta's going to go ahead and come towards her companions where the other undead are. She's going to continue to hold out her miniature bone saw and continue chanting in an effort to turn these undead as well.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
nice. And they are going to make that saving throw, which I'm not good at.
Yeah, gotta beat a 15.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the not good at these ones. With a nat 20 though.
No. I mean, she kind of has to concentrate on that, so she'll just continue doing her chant while maintaining like a small distance out of their arm's reach, but maintaining her chant.
Yeah, its eyes kind of widen as now fixated on the symbol in your hand.
Oh, this is a
And again, that
problem.
same whispering that you heard in your dreams now comes out of this creature's mouth. Heartless man, heartless man.
Oh, geez, don't like that.
All right. It is now the Playcount's turn, in which it is going to, well, gonna attack Rasta. Uh, not one though. And but a 21 will, I'm assuming.
Oh, geez.
Um, again, as it reaches out and just scratches into you. Which is, yep, 6 points of damage.
Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise.
Its fingernails turn claws, just rake into your flesh.
Okay. Now, since with turn undead, it says as long as I keep chanting and stuff, are we treating that as though it's concentration?
It basically means you can't cast any other spell that requires you to.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I just
words, essentially.
Yeah. I was just wondering because like I do have Warcaster, which makes like the somatic components go away, but I didn't know whether or not this was gonna taking damage was gonna take away concentration or something.
No, it's
okay.
Fine.
That is fine.
Okay, Dante. One last one.
Okay. How many undead are there left? There's one on Severin still?
Threw him off me, but
yeah, that one got thrown off.
Okay. And there's one on Razda. Or is that the one that attacked Razda?
It's the same one.
Okay.
One left.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to move up to the one that's attacking Razda, and I'm going to attack it. And bonus action, Divine Smite for that spell slot. And we'll go at it. Oh, seriously?
Fortunately, not one.
Oh, all right. Second attack.
Yep. 18 will.
Okay. So it'll take 7 bludgeoning and 17 radiant.
All right. How do you murder this last one?
I tell Razda to duck, and just the flail swinging just comes up and across the back of the head.
Yes.
And it's 3 spiked balls on chains coming off of this handle that she's got in her hand that's whistling through the air and just crack across the back of the head.
Yes, so the whispering, heartless man, the heartless man, the heart, as you cut it off.
The music cut out like at the exact same time. That was really creepy.
Fish.
Like really spiritually invested. I was like, oh god.
Now you are back to me alone. Perhaps.
Well, I'm glad we brought you along talking to our lovely paladin.
That's why I was sent here. We don't want this spreading. If we can contain it, if we can stop it, that's best.
Well, I'm with you on that.
Speaking of which, I'm going to need all of you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Jeez Louise. This is my saving throws.
I am immune to disease.
Yeah. So you're fine, Dante. Actually, all of you are okay.
I did
Um,
it.
Even like you kind of have the sense that whatever these were, they carried the plague.
Mm.
How hurt does everybody look?
I've just got a few scratches. I'll be fine.
Let me just. I want to use the lay on hands where I can use the 5 points of healing to cure one disease for Zevran. Does he have? Do I sense that this stuff is transmitted by the damage that they took as well?
You can make me a medicine check to
Okay.
determine exact transference.
Not
You're
my
not
strong suit,
sure.
apparently.
It may be contact. It may be,
Yeah.
transference of fluids. You're not sure.
Razda's actually proficient in medicine. Can she assist?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. You can make an additional roll.
Neato Cheeto.
Okay. Yeah. So Rasta can make a roll if she would like.
I would love to. I love rolling.
21.
Yeah.
You think just even it's as you kind of examine the bodies at a distance.
Mm-hmm. She'll get a stick.
Yes, you get a
The
stick.
handle of her warhammer.
It's gonna you poke it.
Oh, look at those boils.
Yeah. The ones that leapt from the trees, you also notice they have a very swollen stomach.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch him.
Fascinating. And she'll actually gently poke the stomach.
Oh, God.
Oh, Rasta.
Well, we know that if they spew green, then they're not too far gone. It's the dark brown that we really need to worry about.
I've gone back to the fire and I've taken a piece of wood from the fire.
Yeah, as you start kind of poking it, the stomach part, it's almost like there's from the many wounds now that you again, it's like flayed creatures. It's almost like there's perhaps gas and septic liquid that starts to seep out of it.
Yes.
You,
Rasta's very excited. She's
Um,
gonna
you
bring
also
out
know
these
you definitely don't want to be
spectacles.
I don't
breathing
wanna-
any of that in.
Yeah, she's gonna bring out spectacles and she's gonna
Rasta,
keep
Rasta,
poking it from far away.
I'm taking the other bodies using my spear, and I'm creating a pile with the other bodies and collecting some wood, and I'm making a pyre, and I'm burning them.
Wait. What if we need
No.
samples? She has a
I'm
potion
sure-
bottle already out.
I'm sure there will be plenty more.
I'm sure there are plenty of samples that have already been taken, and she's not touching the body that you're playing with, but she has gathered up the other bodies and created a pyre and has set them on fire.
Okay. Razda discreetly takes a couple of hair samples and one of the fingers and just sort of stores it away.
Okay.
And then I take my spear and add that one to the pyre, kind of rolling it along.
Yeah. It's kind of a grisly sight as, blood and flesh just drags on the ground as you push it towards this pyre. And the following smell is rancid.
Got a piece of cloth tied over my mouth.
Yeah. Rashta, as you finish examining, you're thinking that, pretty much any contact with this, direct contact, is a risk of transferring disease.
Ooh. She will scribble down a couple notes in a side notebook and sort of adjust her brass prosthetic nose and just like put her notes down and watch the fire go. Where to now?
Back to sleep, I think.
Here?
I will take first watch, stay up with, and watch these burns. Watch these burn. Are you sure you two don't want any healing? Is there any sense that you have been diseased, caught anything from them?
I feel fine. Honestly, I should be fine.
You'll see Razda like roll up her sleeves and everything and like examine like her underarms and things. Just no boils.
Oh, all right. Well,
Just kind of shake my head and pull out something to sleep on and just face away from them and go to sleep.
yeah, I've made the fire as far away from our camp as possible without setting the forest on fire. But Dante will take first watch, and she'll sit up and watch it burn.
Yeah, Razdo won't sleep just yet. She's too excited, so she'll probably like chatter beside Dante, regardless of whether Dante's listening, until she finally falls asleep.
And Dante's she's cleaning her flail by holding the heads into some flame and trying to clean up as much of the ook as she can by burning what she can.
The night passes uneventfully. When morning breaks again, it's hard to tell. Just a little bit more light here in the forest. But you're rested. As you,
Zevran's an early riser, so he gets up first.
the pyre has burned to its last board.
Tries to warm himself up a little bit, and takes a quick look around. Is there anything in the dawn light that seems out of place?
Nothing, it seems. Now that you have a better look now, and you can see the claw marks of the two strange creatures that had gone up in the trees the night before. And the tracks of where they came is now more visible in the damp, muddy ground.
Does it look like the two of them are about to wake up at all?
Dante would be shortly behind you. She's also an early riser. The first thing she's going to do, though, as she's laying there, is she's going to use one of her divine sense to look for any more undead within 60 feet.
Nothing within 60 feet.
Any place that is consecrated or desecrated land or item.
Ooh.
I feel like this whole forest is desecrated.
Part of that is true. You kind of, you reach out with your senses. What does it feel like when you kind of do this?
It's for her, it's almost like an overlay of if you've seen Stranger Things, mm-hmm. where he gets that kind of overlay of that shadow world on top of the real world. That's what it's like for her. All of a sudden, there's this shadow world there, and celestials glow bright white, fiends glow red, the undead are a sickly green. Desecration objects or areas are just pits of fathomless black. Places that are hallowed glow like celestial things, like celestials do, in this bright white. That's not blinding, but within that shadow realm. So she looks around within that 60 feet, and that's what she sees. It's very much a vision thing for her.
Okay. So as you kind of do this, there's a ping, a aura around something white. It's what is the kind of the color that you're getting off of it. Sacred.
So it's an item.
It seems like an item.
She gets up and just picks up her shield and her flail and starts walking towards it where the item is.
All right. Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to see if she knows. I know the location.
Yeah.
So yeah, she starts.
I'm going to follow her.
There's a holy item, something that's been consecrated nearby, and that's all she'll say as she's walking towards it.
You think it was what drew those things in?
I don't know, but I'm definitely going to find it.
Yeah, you.
Before we go too far, I'm gonna yell back, "Razda, wake up!"
Rest is the worst. She again she's and she's tries to get to her feet as though she's been awake for a long time, but she hasn't.
Hello, yes, I have been awake.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't say anything else. I just wanted to wake her up while we're walking away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she'll kick a little dirt over the already extinguished fire and follow as quickly as her tiny legs can carry her.
Zephyr, did you make coffee, by the way?
I don't touch the stuff. Don't need it.
Shit. All right. I keep walking.
As you walk, and it's kind of behind, it's basically wherever you were facing the plague hounds. It's on the other side. And as you approach, you find a stump, and upon it is a dagger. It's an interesting dagger. The hilt is ivory, and the pommel is carved in the shape of a beaked face. And upon closer inspection, the blade itself is made out of salt.
Of salt?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Can I roll religion or history or something else to figure out if I have any idea what this might be? Since it's
sure.
a holy relic, apparently, then I guess religion.
Religion and history works. Okay. As you look at it, you're like, You're not sure what the exact dagger means, but the little head that's carved into the hilt reminds you of the Arkenbury murder of crows. The guardians of Arkenbury Cathedral. Again, rumored to be a place of sanctuary within these times of turmoil and death.
My flail is on my belt, and I'm already reaching for the dagger to pick it up.
I don't see any reason to stop her. I'll just kind of say it might have something to do with the people in the middle of this forest.
Yeah. Rasta just puts her spectacles on and it's like...
Yeah, you pick it up and it has a solid weight to it. Heavier than it seems.
Why would they leave something like this out here?
Perhaps its owner died out here.
Dude, I look around. Do I see any sign of a corpse of any kind, or
There doesn't seem to be a body.
I'm not surprised. If they were killed, they may have been taken by the plague and been one of
Yeah.
those creatures that we fought last night. Looking around, going, probably best to get back to camp, not leave Ross
yes,
alone. And start
time to
walking
move
back to
on.
camp.
Okay.
And I show it to Rosda. So I found this. Definitely a divine item.
Huh.
And it's balanced in my open palm as I offer it out to her.
She clicks a couple gears. They're like jewelers microscopes, and she'll click a couple gears and like examine it and like scritch at the blade a little bit. I am proficient in religion. Can I make a
Yeah.
check?
You can make a religion, arcana check.
Let's see if I
Whatever.
screw this up. Haha, that did nothing.
Yeah,
Well,
again, you get the same sense. It
yeah.
belongs perhaps to somebody at least affiliated with the Crows,
Mm-hmm.
with Arkenbury, the town being just outside of the forest on one end. We're kind of headed in that direction.
I look over at Zevran. I say, "Do you happen to have anything of holy divine power on you?"
No, no, not in the same sense as this. No,
I think
I just stab things.
perhaps you might want to carry this then. It might be of benefit to you. Rosda and I both can channel into that divine magic.
All right, I'll take the dagger. I twirl it around a little bit. Does it seem magical or?
Yes. Even like just kind of feeling it, I mean, the blade itself must have been constructed by some strange alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, this is a magic item. And when you use it, you get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. And once per day, you may deal an additional 3d6 radiant damage with it.
Kind of twirl it around my fingers and then place it in one of the sheaths on my side. Thanks. Should we get moving?
Let's. You ready, Rasta?
I'm always ready. She does a little action pose.
Wonderful. Okay, let's do this.
All right. As you kick away the last remaining ashes of the fire, you dive into the forest once more. Again, it's always shadowy, dark, difficult to navigate, but there are some pathways that are used by the very few travelers that traverse through here. And as you keep going forward, I need everyone to make me a perception check.
Oh boy. Okay. I did it.
You did it.
I am not doing well on my skill checks today, apparently, or saves.
Rajna, perhaps it's the paranoia of hearing whispers in your dreams and the whispers of the other night. There's a sound of howled out pain coming from somewhere. To your right, you think.
And she'll stop what she was doing, which was mostly chattering about the newest symposium, talking about new cures for this plague and how she's going to be presenting her notes for her dissertation. And she'll immediately bloodhound off to the right, looking over there and stop in her tracks.
And now that you kind
What
of
is it? What did you see?
What do your dwarf eyes see? I don't know. I don't know what that is. We should go check.
Divine sense. I want to get within 60 feet and divine sense
Are
first.
you sure we should be taking a detour?
Should you? I don't know.
I mean, Razda just grabs her warhammer. She's like, we should check it out. Let's go look.
Zevran just kind of with a long-suffering sigh is like, they're good people. It'd suck if they died. Takes out his crossbow again, follows them.
Come on, it'll be fun.
You and I have a very different definition of fun.
This will be extremely exciting. Just think of all the samples we could get.
That's the not fun part of it for me.
Okay, well, it doesn't have to all be math.
I mean, I don't mind squelching things, but yeah, the sample part, I'll let you take care of that.
Yeah, you can
Within
handle
reason.
the physics. And she's making a joke.
Yeah. Okay.
I just kind of hit her lightly with the butt of my crossbow.
Yeah. Physics. Yeah.
Just show us where we're going, please.
Okay, yeah, and
Yep.
she'll immediately start going over rotten logs and everything in the direction. While also being cautious.
How far away is it?
She's very small. How far away is it?
You're not sure at first because you're
Oh,
like,
God.
I heard a
As-
sound.
As we're
Gret.
walking in that direction, I'm going to use one of my crossbow bolts to scratch on the trees that we pass by to make sure that we have a path back to the path.
Good idea.
Right.
I get lost easy. I have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Yeah, as soon as we get within what might be considered 60 feet of wherever we're supposed to be going, definitely popping up divine sense again.
Yeah. You pop it off and you feel again, that kind of strange aura sensation of something up ahead. Undead.
Okay. How many? I
One.
think
Just one.
just one.
I'm
There's
going
undead
start-
up ahead.
I'm going to start stealthing, moving. Since we're near it, I'm going to try and sneak up closer and see if I can get a visual on it.
The skeletal hand holding the scales on Dante's shield is solid black, except for a skeletal hand that is holding scales. That skeletal hand starts to kind of glowfully white. She's a paladin of Kellumbor. That's the symbol.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Twinsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever floats your boats.
Zephyr, it's pretty hard to be stealthy around here.
Yeah, lots of
as-
fallen leaves.
Yes, there's a lot of fallen twigs and leaves crunching under your feet. As you break out of this little section of forest, Rasta, you are in front of the cave.
Don't like this.
Don't like what?
Razda is looking at this cave. She's like, oh. Oh,
Those don't sound like good noises. Can we go back, please?
I saw this in a dream.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Okay,
What
well,
else? Tell me about this dream.
yeah, in my defense, there was a person in a chair with wheels, and she was whispering a whole lot. That was unsettling, but of course, just a dream, so not a big deal.
Uh-huh.
And then we fought some undead people, and that was great. We had a
Heartless
delightful
man?
time. Yes, 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 yes. See, I told them that I'm not mad. I just am eccentric.
Yeah.
Do you often have dreams about places that you've never been to before but are actually real?
I don't know yet. This is the first time. It could be a reoccurring thing. This is just the first time we've seen the symptom. So that could be good or bad.
Well, if it's any comfort, I heard the voices last night too.
That is a
So
They
great
weren't
comfort.
just talking to you.
Oh, fantastic. Even though she
Didn't
feels
have-
like a little disappointed that she's not like special. She's like, okay.
Well, you had the dream though. I didn't have the dream. So.
Oh, well, that's true. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Is this would I describe this cave as unsettling as it was in my nightmare previously?
Maybe not quite as much as it is, it is daytime now.
Cool.
In your dreams, it was night.
That undead that I sensed, where was their location? If they were within 60 feet of me, I should be able to sense where they were, just like I did with the knife.
It seems to be within whatever this cave is.
Are there any kind of symbols on the cave? Anything that seems unnatural?
As you look at you try to examine, you can make me a perception and investigation check.
I will do investigation because I'm much better at that.
Can Razda assist with her stone cunning?
Yeah, for sure.
And Dante's already peering into the cave.
Okay. I'm not scared, I'm just nervous.
Just nervous. Oh, good. Okay. As you kind of look at the cave, there doesn't there doesn't really seem to be anything unusual with the cave itself. However, you will notice a bunch of bones, bits of animal that has been scattered around the cave.
Is there a rabbit nearby?
There is a piece of a rabbit.
Oh.
How fresh?
They vary. Some of them are very, they've been eaten away perhaps by other things. It's hard to tell what the initial damage was and what was the damage caused by scavengers. Some are fresh enough that, you can tell what it was.
Okay. Is there any dead big game?
Currently, it just seems to be small things.
Okay, that's that's a good sign. That's
It only eats little things.
maybe it only has a little mouth.
It's clearly been here for a while. Should
Yeah.
we be stumbling into something's lair?
Do you want to try and lure it out?
Let me think.
From inside, as you peer in, it doesn't seem to be any tunnels leading in, just straight forward, but you start to hear a woman sobbing.
Razda's gonna cast light on like a stone. She's basically gonna pull out like a little bioluminescent wire and tie it around a stone and just toss it in gently.
I've already started moving forward ahead inside.
Okay, so the stone kind of goes past you, Dante,
Goddamn brave.
as it clatters onto the ground and skids into the cave.
Godspeed, you brave bastard.
I just kind of mutter like bloody Gryffindors.
Actually, Hufflepuff, but no.
Okay.
She's a little badger.
I'm actually a Gryffindor. I'm sure Razda is too, probably.
The stone clatters in and lands on the ground, and you see Dante, as you had gotten closer, that lands in the middle of what looks like to be a large occult rune that had been carved into the rocky bed. And the light shines on something within. A bear bound to the northern cave wall by a long, thick steel chain.
All right. How close is Devron to Dante? Did you guys follow Dante in?
I'm probably like about 10 feet behind you, just so that I can keep a clear line with my crossbow.
Okay. Dante's going to back up those 10 feet, reach out and just lay a hand on Zevran's shoulder and cast protection from good and evil on you.
And
Um,
and again, you still hear that sobbing.
Is the sobbing coming from the bear or somewhere else inside of the cave?
The bear
Or
takes up
inside
a
of the
lot
bear.
The bear takes up a lot of space in the back of this cave, so it's hard to
Okay.
say. And it doesn't
Well,
seem to be moving.
you said there was an undead in there, right?
yes. What the heck? I still have four. I've only burned two. Let's do another one. Let's divine sense.
Hello, undead, right in front of you on the. It's definitely from this large creature that is chained to the wall, seemingly unmoving, not breathing.
I just pointed the bear.
I'm not getting any closer to it. You're the ones that wanted to come out here, all right? And I'm just gonna like take up position and hold an action to fire on the bear if it makes any kind of aggressive movement toward us.
Okay.
All right.
Razda finally brings up the rear and like leans way too close in and then looks up at Dante and says, "Who chained it though?"
I don't know. And no idea. Crap, that's also concentrated. I move within 10 feet of the bear or the creature or whatever it is.
Okay. As you move closer to it, as you kind of, stare at its unmoving form, you know how long it must have been dead, as the fur had mostly fallen out, exposing gray patches of rotted flesh underneath. And the thing inside the cave starts to stir as the sobbing that you hear becomes clearer as it rises to stand, and you see the underbelly of this bear creature. There, the upper torso of a woman extends, fused to the flesh of the bear itself. And as it turns, you see the look of agony on this woman's face. She seems to be reaching and grabbing in vain for something that only she can see. As the thing inside the cave turns towards you.
Time to put you out of your misery, I think, and release you from this hellish prison. And I am going to attack.
Okay.
Unless you want me to roll initiative first.
You can get one attack off, and then we'll have to roll initiative.
All right. I am going to. One of my abilities is a Zariel Tiefling is I can cast Searing Smite at 2nd level as a bonus action once per day.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast that. That's my bonus action. And it'll actually be 2d6. So let me do that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a total of 8 if they make the con save, and then I'm going to take my attack.
Okay. The 13 will not hit. And let me make that con save.
It doesn't go off until it hits.
Okay.
Yep. So neither one of those is going to hit.
Okay. Yeah, there's this kind of sense of, although you should deal with this thing, that horror, this woman must have been just some poor traveler.
I'm going to take a really quick scan around and see if there's anything like this is chained up. Is there anybody else nearby and anything else nearby that maybe it's coming back for this thing?
Yeah, you look. Doesn't seem
Nothing.
to be any other creature in here. And as you kind of have your revulsion prevents you from fully attacking it. The hands almost reach out and grabs you. Desperation. If you would like to continue the fight, I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Oh no.
I give up.
Oh geez.
Jesus.
I'm
Damn.
I'm not going to fire yet because I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
But
My real dice are taunting me.
Okay. Choose speed. The things turn first.
Can Razda, just looking at this thing, ascertain anything about what this creature is? What the end result was hoping to be?
You can make me any form of intelligence check.
You're killing me, bruh. Why? Why do you hate me? Why do you want me to suffer? Why? Okay, I'll do religion, I guess. Okay. That's not terrible. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, this is some form of experiment, you think. This is certainly not any form of regular thing somebody does. Or anything that's actually been in records, and that tells you something.
Do I get any sense that the end result was achieved? Or that there would be more experiments like this? in search of a different result.
Okay. Um, you'll notice that it looks pretty malnourished. And again, chained. No signs of people, other things around.
Besides the rune.
Right.
Okay.
So, you're getting a sense that this, whatever the thing is not regularly taken care of or checked in on.
Okay,
But
so
clearly
possibly
it's-
abandoned here.
Yeah.
Would my religion extend to the rune and whether or not it has anything to do with the creature that was created?
Oh yeah, so as you kind of, look at this rune, again, it's the fact that it's not holy at all
Yeah.
that kind of ticks you off.
Mm-hmm. Do I get a sense that the rune was left here for a reason, or that it could be removed?
You think, well, that clearly somebody had taken the time to carve it into the rock floor.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm not sure if removing it is a thing.
Okay.
I'm just going to call out, can you speak?
All that responds is a scream, pain, agony that kind of just goes straight to your bones.
Help me put it out of its misery.
Brazda will look at Dante and say, the dead don't feel pain.
But the undead suffer. Its soul needs to be put to rest. This is cruel. This is evil. And it's suffering. It's unnatural. And it needs to be ended. Its unlife needs to be ended.
I don't think there's any saving it.
I don't want to save it. I want to put it out of its misery.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah, what a bummer. Okay.
It's probably the creature's turn by now.
Yeah, and we're gonna dive
Yeah.
right into the creature's turn.
Oh no.
This has so aptly named the thing inside the cave. Is going to suddenly rush as you realize the chain was not tight against the wall.
that triggers my held action
Yeah. So
for the
And
can-
I've already taken attack, so I'm in melee range with it.
Yeah.
yeah, so that should give me a sneak attack, yeah.
yes.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 unfortunately does not hit.
Nope. I guess just barely misses.
Yeah. Well, it kind of it digs, it finds its purchase, but it almost just kind of pulls off a bit of its rotted away flesh. Doesn't seem to harm it. All right. As it screeches again, it's not just its human face, but also the bears and this harmony of horror and pain. I'm gonna need you guys to make me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, yeah, great. I knew this was going to happen when I used wisdom as my dub stat.
Zephyrin. There's almost a sense as you hear this harmony of voices.
He has protection from good and evil on him.
That's true. So I have
Which is-
advantage on the saving throw.
Okay,
Yes, you do.
so roll it again. Okay,
Much better.
there you go. So you feel as if it's encroaching in your mind. This maddening sight almost getting to you, but you're bolstered by the energy that Dante had protected you with. And you managed to shake your head, staving off the madness for now.
Yeah, technically, you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by
Oh, then
undead
you
at
don't
all.
need me.
Very nice. Good to know. Um, as it after it screeches, it is going to, um, well, Dante, you're right there, so it's going to make its 2 claw attacks and 1 bite attack because it can do that.
Yeah.
So let's do the 2 bites first. No, 2 claws. It's a 24 and a 24.
Those both hit.
Yep, and the bite is the same. A 14.
That will miss.
Okay, so the 2 claws of this undead creature just comes out and just lashes out, not as if it's really trying to target you in the sense, but just you as this thing that has come to it when it's
Right.
starving.
And I am going to Hellish Rebuke in response as soon as you roll your damage.
All right. Okay, so that's 12 damage altogether.
Okay.
As you
And
feel its claws dig into your flesh, and you hellish rebuke it back.
naughty, naughty. So it needs to make that DC, and then it'll take a total of 9.
Alright, dex save. It is not good at dex.
Thank God.
Yeah. If my computer will do the thing. Hold on. Nope, that's not right. Why did you do that?
Why are you rolling all these maxes here?
I did not ask me. Yeah,
I was doing that in my game the other day too.
My computer has decided to think not
kill
one.
you all.
Okay. So it'll take 9 of the fire damage.
Yeah, and the woman part of it just kind of recoils and puts up its hands as if to try to protect itself. Okay. Devram.
All right, I'm going to drop my crossbow and then draw one of my sabers and the dagger that I got. I'm gonna move up. I'm close enough that I can get into range for attacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to lash out with the saber first. This is a 14 hit.
14 just hits.
All right, and that's
Oh boy!
Oh,
nice.
All max.
Damn! All right. Yes. Yes. Please roll for concentration, Dante. Thank you for reminding me.
So you guys see there's a very slight golden shimmer on the weapon as it goes down and hits the thing from the cave.
All right. Yeah. You carve into this creature, both into its bear part and the human part of it, or what used to be human part of it.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to make an attack with the dagger as well. 11 probably doesn't hit.
11 will not hit.
Okay. And then I'm going to move back about whatever my remaining movement is, probably in the 10 feet or so.
Yep. You're good.
And it gets no attack of opportunity because of fancy footwork.
Very nice. All right, Rajda.
Razda's not super into this, but she is going to point at it with a finger gun, and by a finger gun I mean she's holding a very tiny Derringer type thing, and she'll just go like, "I'm really, really sorry," and pew with a guiding bolt.
Very nice. That definitely hits.
And I'm going to have to roll 46 radiant damage.
Okay. Again, you can just kind of click on in the chat box, the guiding bolt.
Oop. And she is casting it at, well, it's already at 2nd level, so she's going to cast it at...
Again, like in the chat box itself, if you just hover over guiding bolt after
Yeah, it just asked me what level it's at, so I'm like, there we go.
Oh boy.
So, cast it at 2nd level.
Big boy damage.
Yeah, I did it, guys.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, there's this just of energy that bursts from your tiny dwarf friend and hits this creature straight in its human part. Again, this howl, screech. But you have all steeled your minds against this thing. It looks pretty bad. The human part of it has a big gouge out of her, as does the bear part. All right, Dante.
All right, let's try this one more time. Bonus action, Divine Smite. And then attacking it with the flail.
Okay.
Assuming 17 hits.
Mm-hmm.
So 11 bludgeoning and 8 radiant.
Very nice.
And second attack.
9 unfortunately will not hit.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, it's kind of staggers back as you hit it. It's assault of attacks. There's a couple of like almost whimpering sounds from it. All right, it is the thing's turn, however.
Yeah.
And as it kind of backs up a bit and, whimpering, another sense of madness seems to cross both of its faces. And again, it will attempt to attack you, Dante.
Mm-hmm.
25, yep. 11, and 15.
The 25 will hit.
Okay. With a... max damage, 10 points of this.
All right.
Claw digs into you.
That's fair. Let me go ahead and make that save real quick on the... Nope. Protection is dropped. Sorry.
It's okay, it's done its job.
Basically clawed into your mind, focused on the pain as the spell drops.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah. 7.
So it's still attacking her, and I'm going to how far is the rune in the cave from where I am?
You're actually very close to it.
Can I try and get up to it and see if there's any way to interact with it at all?
Yeah, sure. You can get up to it and make a investigation check if you would like. Okay. So as you kind of get up to it, trying to do this while battle's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems to be that this is part of whatever enchantment is keeping this creature here. It as you kind of watch, the chains
Mm-hmm.
seem too thin to be holding this thing alone.
Well, I'm certainly not going to let this thing free, so bugger it. And I'm just going to point at it and fire off an Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
And at 5th level should be 2 beams. So
Very nice. Okay.
no sneak attack damage, ignore that.
All right.
And
Yep.
so 4 force damage altogether.
Okay. It looks like it's barely standing as the 2 beams just hit straight in this, again, the bare part of it.
And then I guess I'll dash in up close and try and use my bonus action to get it with the dagger one more time.
Okay.
14.
Mm-hmm.
4 damage.
All right. As you rush in and you stab into it, how does it die?
I'm just gonna go, like, since I'm behind it, I'm going to duck under and just under the chin into the head of the woman part of the creature.
Yeah.
And then just use whatever that radiance is to cleanse it.
Yeah, it's almost like as if the blade itself seems to be rejecting the
Mhm.
blood off of it. As the thing inside the cave is now quiet.
Pull out the dagger, wipe it on the ground.
Put my flail on my belt real quick and just kind of put a hand over some of the cuts, and I'm gonna do a little lay on hands on myself. I'm feeling a little bloodied,
Here, let me help you.
and I'll give myself. I was gonna heal for 15. That should be. It'll take me up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go up to her and be like, "Here, let me help," and I'll like pretend that I'm like doing bandages and stuff, and secretly use my healing hands to top her off a little more, so you regain another 5.
Oh, thank you. Do I recognize this ability?
Ooh.
I would be doing my best to make it not obvious.
Yeah.
Paladin, already familiar with healing magic.
There's definitely something there. Not sure what it is. Yeah,
Perfect.
kind of like, huh? There's something here. There's
Yeah.
Just
something.
kind of give her wide eyes, like,
I bent down and whisper something along the lines of blood knows blood, especially fiendish to celestial.
I just note I've had like these shades across my eyes the entire time, and I just kind of dip them, and you can see that the irises are gold.
Yeah, you can see the little flames in Dante's.
We'll just put them back.
Yeah.
Rust, what are you doing?
Razda is making a note in her notebook about the rune, and then she will take her warhammer and just bring it down as hard as she can in the center of it.
All right. Yeah, you just lift up and you
Just
crack.
bust the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not before copying it exactly in her notebook, but after that, she just like busts it up.
Yeah,
It's like, I think it was keeping it here.
Well, it's dead now, so it shouldn't matter.
Fair enough.
there's as the hammer hits the stone for the first time, there's this kind of a spark. Not sure whether it's of metal against stone or something else, but you destroy this section
Yeah,
of the cave.
good. Bust it up.
So I want to take a better look around this space.
Mhm.
What?
I'm going to check the corpse and see if there's anything of value on it.
All right. So if you check the corpse, it doesn't seem to be anything of value on it, except when you look a little closer. Buried underneath the remaining fur around his neck seems to be a collar of forms.
Can I investigate it, see if I can figure out if it has what it is?
Okay, yeah. As you kind of have to reach around and
Yeah.
Unhook, pull it out. It's kind of a collar in the sense that this was not just a creature left here. Whoever had it before might have considered it a pet.
Is there like a name tag, any kind of name on it?
There is no name tag. There are carvings of perhaps decorative, perhaps not runes on it.
Is it a language I recognize of any kind, or is it?
It's not so much of a language as it is just symbols.
Okay.
And
Here, Razda, you might want to take a look at this.
Yeah, Rasta will go ahead and go over and take a look. Okay, Samson, that's enough. Ugh. Blech. Yeah. Is there any way that she would? What is the most likely thing that she would use to like try and figure it out?
I would say history or arcana.
Okay, that's cool. She's dumb as a box of rocks, but that's fine.
She tries.
She's dumb. Look, skip school.
I do have proficiency in history.
Okay.
So I'll help her out.
Yeah.
That's good.
So as you examine it more, again, there's kind of this odd feeling off of it, unsettling looking at these drawings, almost as if, when you look a little out of focus or something, it almost seems to be moving, but not quite. And as you stare at it, this isn't anything that seems to be of history that you know, but this seems like it's old. This belongs to old magic.
She'll go ahead and copy those symbols in her notebook too.
And as you continue to kind of examine it, again, the kind of almost imperceptible shifting, as if just out of focus, perhaps aligned to write out the Heartless Man.
I drop it immediately. Shake my hand off, just like, well, at least we know what we're looking for. Or who.
Rasta will pick it up with a pair of tongs and put it in a burlap sack.
Has Dante found anything else of interest?
Yeah, Dante, you check around behind where the creature had been nestled. Um, there are now human remains that you see, again, old. Um, you can only kind of guess that they were human based off of the shape and size. And as you continue looking through, you'll find a few weapons, non-magical, mundane, and armor off of what these people might have been. Um,
Anything that might indicate the previous owner of the dagger.
no.
Okay. She's gonna go through and pretty much anything that um, it looks like it's used for rituals um, for what they're doing. She's just gonna destroy as best she can.
Yeah, you find a few, you know, um, powders, um, you know, a couple of daggers that don't quite seem a proper make.
Yeah, she's just destroying anything that could be used for what they've been doing in here, or what they were doing in here, so that they can't again.
All right.
I'm just gonna
Anything more?
call out like, can we get back now, please?
Is there any more of the cave, or is that it? Just this one room?
Just this one room.
We did. You did. I'm good here. It was worth it.
Sure hope so.
Creature suffering was ended. But yes, we can go. Let's get back on this journey.
I feel like we've learned a lot today.
Just kind of shake my head and walk off.
I'm following. Come on, Rosda.
Rasta
Notebook
will
scares
follow
me.
along. Yeah, she'll just follow along, having jotted down the names of like the powders and stuff, and like general small designs for like the daggers and stuff that you messed up. She's just like, yeah, I feel like we learned a lot today. I feel like this was a very productive time.
Yes.
And as you get back onto the road, I believe we seem to have a wild magic search donation for Dante.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need that number to scratch what they need to roll, because again, wild magic search is gonna be triggered through donations or by getting our tweet up to 10 retweets. And if you'd like to add to a wild magic table, join the Discord, and you can do that. 504. So roll
right.
1d 504. And we're gonna check in on what that is.
Oh, /R 1D 504. Oh,
160.
Yeah.
Whoo boy.
All right. Just waiting for behind the scene genie to tell me
Yeah.
what it is.
Here we go.
I don't want to look.
It's exciting. It'll be fun.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
No, it's very mundane.
I'm concerned.
Uh-huh. They usually are.
There's almost a tingle around where you were healed, Dante. And as you know, feel and kind of look through the slits in your, the slashes in your clothes. It's almost as if ink has formed.
Oh.
A tattoo that apparently you have always wanted.
Sure. Okay.
Well,
Well,
looks
magic
nice.
choices,
That
everyone.
looks.
So I got a tattoo now?
Yep, you got a tattoo of whatever you want.
Um, let's go ahead and make it that skeletal hand of
Oh, that's
Californ.
so cool. Dang.
Yeah.
But the
That's
scales
perhaps
are
the
on flames.
yeah.
Yes,
As
it's
perhaps
dope.
um the magic combining of holy healing magic and divine and fiendish that causes to occur.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, so I
wouldn't
guess
have
we
put
make
him
our
there.
way back to the trail and following the marks I made.
Yep. Without the marks, it would have been quite difficult to get back, but with smart thinking.
Good thinking.
Like I said, I get lost a lot. I had to do this.
Yeah, you get back onto the path and continue your journey.
Oh man.
I'm on our way out. Obviously, I'll pick back up my crossbow and I'll have that drawn as we're walking.
Yeah, definitely staying on the alert, keeping an eye out, not letting the sneaky sneak get too far ahead.
Yeah, I'll take point and keep an eye out, I guess.
Okay. Do you guys want to be stealthy at all, or are you just trying to
I
move
mean, yes, now that you asked.
I'm just moving at a regular pace, not
Yeah.
too quick, but I'm not taking my time. We're
Yeah.
we're on a trail. It's
Pretty sure Roz and I are not going to be all that good at being sneaky sneak either.
No. Raz is the worst.
Rasta's a
Trust
good.
me, Dante's not much better.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, Razda will have already begun a riveting conversation with Dante in hushed whispers about like what she thinks the ethics are of like undead animals, and do they have souls, and do you think that if you smush an undead bear and a human woman together that they share a soul, or do you think they have to like argue all the time? And
Wow.
where do bears go if they've been smushed into a woman? Like when they die, do they go to like Celestia? Do they both go to the Beastlands if they're both in the same body when they die? What do you think?
I think the souls go where the individual souls belong. But
Oh,
yeah, that would be my sense from what I know of Kelvor.
do you think that souls are in the body of undead creatures, or that they're just waiting?
They're in the body being tormented.
Oh my gosh.
That's part of what makes them undead, is the
Whoa.
false life, the soul being trapped and tortured.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, who would do something like that?
There are all sorts of evils that do such things.
Oh my gosh. Like somebody would just do evil because they felt like it, because they just wanted to?
Or it gives them a sense of satisfaction, or
Ooh.
they are looking for power,
Whoa.
or wealth, or fame. Who knows?
You're new to this, aren't you, Razda?
Razda is like the 17-year-old equivalent for a dwarf. Like she just got out of nun school.
Oh no. Dante's feeling a lot older all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's just like, do you think somebody would do that? They would just like,
They are doing it. Yes,
oh my gosh.
they are doing that.
Where do you think she lived before she was a bear person?
Who knows? There's no way of knowing. Probably close by. They generally don't like to take. It's work to bring undead along. And so they usually take the bodies of the dead. They create their undeath and then let them be as they were.
But not this one, right? I mean, they just chained her up to a wall.
She may have had some significance at some point in time. There's no way of knowing of how old she was, how long she'd been there, how long the bear had been there alone or was captured. There's no way of knowing. The place had been abandoned for a while.
But what about the rabbits?
They had fed whatever they had been feeding the bear.
So we could probably find more caves like this, right?
It's possible.
At that
I mean, that
point,
could have been the bear's cave. The woman could have been the one doing the experiment.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Whoa. And she's like writing in her notebook, like as she's thinking about it. And she's also like pointedly looking at trees and stuff to see if there's like any, like she's trying to remember, was like there any sign that there was a path to that cave, and they would have had to bring all of those items there. Are there like wagon trails that go off the side? Like she's like hyper alert now.
All right, so you can make me a perception or survival or investigation check.
Yes. I would love to do the one that uses wisdom and then screw it up anyway. That's fine. She's too paranoid. Poor sleep. She's just like...
Oh, sweet child. Okay. Don't mind me as I roll things.
Yeah, sure. No.
No, it's cool. Set up my death. It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll me a 1d 504. I can type it into the Zoom chat so you know how to do that.
I'm doing it.
As 10 retreats, and we hit another wild magic stage which I rolled, and it's what's for Rasta. Sweet dwarf baby. Yeah, just copy and paste what I posted.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I did it.
6.
Oh boy. The sweet, sweet tiny dwarf child.
I got a cool tattoo. I mean, you know.
Oh, that's awesome. Razda will probably notice too. Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Do you think I could get one? Oh, probably not.
Well, I mean, who knows?
So, Rashta, as you're kind of on high paranoid alert, you spot a collection of what looks like to be small vials, perhaps. And upon a close inspection, these seem to be things that can cause a lot of fire damage.
She immediately picks them up.
You learn Fireball. And you can cast it 4 times. So you get 4 vials.
Oh my gosh, this is the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah.
Just
we
let
have
me...
a little pyro.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, Razda immediately picks these vials up. Like, as soon as she sees them, she's like, yes.
Yeah, they're these like kind of brownish black.
Oh my gosh.
Vials.
She like puts her little magnifying spectacles on and she's like, oh.
Good wild magic surges today.
What is that?
Awesome.
Look at you guys.
Rasta.
Orange Jesus is taking pity on you.
Yeah.
Are we making some good time on the road?
Yeah, you're making good time. Again, you have to kind of push away some of the growth, but following the pathway through. As night starts to fall once more, would you like to rest? Would you like to push on?
I'm not a fan of walking in the dark, especially in some place like this. I think we should try and find another clearing.
I agree.
Yeah, my feet are tired.
Yeah, I guess you have to step a little bit faster than the rest of us to keep up, so.
It's true. Her speed's like 25.
Just every minute she has to dash to catch up.
Yeah, she does.
Dante would have kind of every once in a while noticed her falling back, gone back, picked her up, brought her back forward again.
Yeah, like as Dante's like assisting her, she like kicks her little legs a little bit. She's like, "Yeah, let's go. I can feel myself getting faster."
Yes.
Really cute. I love it. Yeah. You guys find another clearing, set up camp.
Any sign of like? Does it look like anybody's been in here recently, or just happens to be a little opening in the woods?
You can make me survival or perception or investigation check.
I will assist in that.
Okay.
To give advantage. Do the help action to give advantage.
Hey.
Nice.
All right.
As you look, see if there's any signs. There was a few footprints, but again, you can't tell whether they were recent or not, considering the almost constant state of dampness in the dirt. But alongside these footprints, that you'll notice more prominently is almost like a rut of wheels that had been in this area.
I pointed out to them. I mean, if somebody had a cart with them, they're probably not coming back, but it also seems like they managed to leave here, so it's probably safe enough.
I'm going to go ahead and use my divine sense again.
You pick nothing up.
Okay. Don't seem to be any undead at the moment in the immediate area.
I'm going to start making a fire.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to make camp. Pull what dry wood there is and go together. Who's taking first watch?
I guess I'll do it.
Yeah, Ross does asleep. Like as soon as the first spark of fire, she was like, "I'll take second watch," and she's just gone.
So
It happens every single night.
Every night.
So I guess Zevron and Dante switch off between who takes first and who takes last then. So yeah, if he's taking first, I'll take last watch.
Okay.
We'll just kick Razda awake for the second watch.
Go for it.
Okay, so first watch, Zephyrin. Again, you're a little on edge as the forest makes you, but nothing of note seems to be piquing your interest. A couple of times where you think you see some movement, but just shadow.
I keep a close eye on the trees.
Yeah. For a second, you're like, "Oh God!" But you realize it's just like some creature, a small animal. And your watch passes without incidents.
Go over, tow Razda in the back.
Razda, of course, wakes up dramatically as though she had not been asleep at all. But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
I
tell,
know.
from the way that like her curls are like plastered to one side of her face, and she's got like mud on her chin. I'm awake.
I can see, and I just lay down myself without anything else.
She picks up her warhammer and she like tips it hammer side down and like leans on the shaft as she keeps her watch.
Okay. As you lean on your warhammer and look out, you hear the sounds of creaking. As if creaking wood, perhaps?
Don't like this.
Or a cart? Or something else, as with your dark vision you peer out. And you see a figure in a wheelchair. Slowly making its way towards you. But this time you start to see the face, the features, unlike the dream. A old elven man, you think. Old, bald, covered in the same strange old runes that you saw. Kind of a glimmer of blue painted all over his skin. And there's this kind of almost open wound in his chest as he holds something in his hands. Something shriveled and black, but still moving. And this man in the wheelchair, with his heart in his hands, stops the wheelchair right at the edge of the fire. Rasta. He kind of, tilts its head as if examining you.
I don't suppose it's loud enough to wake either of us up.
What are your passive perceptions, everyone?
I wish.
8.
You're awake, Razda.
Yeah, well, I wish it were lower so I could not notice any of this shit.
Just staring blankly off into the distance.
Just like
the wrong direction.
just like holds up her hand and just like
I can't see
you.
if I just close my eyes, maybe I'll be lucky enough to die in my sleep. Oh my fucking god.
What's Dante's?
15.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of. It's hard to tell whether it's with something within your dream or not, but you hear voices as you kind of come to that point where you're kind of awake while your eyes are still closed.
My pally senses are tingling.
Yeah.
I just kind of roll over and. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Rasta's gonna like gently, like with her hand still like on the shaft of the warhammer, like grasp around for a loose rock and then kind of like toss it towards him and see if it goes through him, like if he's a dream or a ghost.
I'm slowly gripping my flail underneath the blanket, kind of reaching for the shield.
There's a quiet snore from Zevran.
Rude.
Rasta, as you flick the rock, it clatters off of one of the wheels
Oh, okay. Okay. Um. Excuse me. Sorry, one sec. He just wants to be part of something greater than himself. Yeah, Razda's gonna start like
Yeah. And, the blanket's off. I sit up and then I kind of nudge everyone with my foot. We have company. We have company.
Roll over, grab my crossbow, and sort of like up on my knees, like, what? See him like,
Yeah. Dante's standing there, kind of just off of Rasta's shoulder with the flail and the shield in her hand.
yeah, Rasta feels safe.
And then I cast Divine Sense.
Oh my god. And we just like wait. We're just waiting.
Just waiting.
Yeah,
What type of creatures does Divine Sense give you again?
Celestial, fiend, and undead within 60 feet.
Okay. All right. So there's a man in a wheelchair. Man, I say with a question mark. You're paying fiend off of him.
mm-hmm.
And within 60 feet of you.
Don't like that.
Any more?
Undead. 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 There's at least 20.
I very quietly go. I address the man in the wheelchair in Infernal.
Okay.
And basically tell him, I will send you back to hell. And I will free those souls in the woods. And then I look at the rest of the guys and go, fiend and about 20 undead in the woods.
And as he kind of moves his gaze from Rasta to you, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Again, there's that sense of horror, terror that tries to creep into your mind. You shake it off.
Have I technically had a long rest yet, or just a short one?
A short one.
Okay.
Oh dear.
That's good for me.
Rasta will look at Zevran and say, "This is bad because it feels bad.
It's bad.
This feels really bad.
This is really bad.
Yeah.
This feels bad.
Yeah,
what do you want?
The man turns his gaze back at Rasta. I have sensed your curiosity. Bright, sharp mind. Sure, you've noticed my work here.
Damn right we have, and we're not happy about it.
Yeah, don't love it.
Not a fan. And every time I address him, I am addressing him in Infernal.
But you have questions, Rasta.
Yeah, why?
You know, it's the curiosity pushing the boundaries between life and death. Answer the questions that we all have. What happens to us when we die? Can we stop our death? You have a bright
Rasta
mind.
Rusda will look at Zevran for a minute and say, "That is a really good question. That's a good question, don't you think?"
No.
Oh, okay.
I think you could thrive under the right kind of glances at your two companions. Conditions.
I say in Celestial, if devils are known for keeping their bargains without any kind of way to make it more favorable for themselves, I'm unaware of it.
Hashtag not all devils.
Rasta actually understands celestials, so she does pick that up, and she actually like gives him a side glance, like, "How the do you know celestial?"
Later.
Oh. Well, I'm super flattered by this, but also incredibly creeped out. So, what if not?
He kind of looks at you, a bit of a frown.
Oh, oh no.
I step up just another step, equal with Rosda, making sure Rosda's got room to maneuver and I have room to maneuver, but I believe the lady said no. In Infernal.
What is she saying? Do you get that? I don't know what
No.
she's saying.
No, I think she's got a cold. It's really damp here.
Okay.
I just, just don't draw attention to it.
All right.
She's really badass right now, and I just don't want to like throw off her groove. So I'm just gonna let it happen.
It's cool.
Yeah.
No, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. And she'll like look, like she'll frown, like to punctuate whatever it is that Dante is saying, because Rasta has no idea.
And the skeletal hand on the shield is kind of starting to glow a little bit.
Ooh, Rasta thinks that's so freaking cool.
The man in the wheelchair inclines his head. Very well. Nobody can say I did not ask.
Oh, okay.
You asked the wrong people.
He just starts to turn the wheelchair around.
I hunters mark him.
He pauses, then continues, starting to leave.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see any of the undead that are supposedly around us?
You kind of glance around. Again, that same movement, flitting between trees. You can't quite hold on to them, but there's something there. Or many things, rather.
Are they moving?
They're moving. Not quite moving in yet. Again, as if they are circling.
If either of you have any tricks, now would be the time.
I actually do have a couple tricks. Razda is going to go ahead and pull out one of the vials.
Okay.
She's not going to throw it yet. She's going to wait for a good cluster.
I'm going to, in a quick movement, try and spread these ball bearings I have in a like around the clearing, like just trying to make a circle around us.
That's legit my favorite like use for ball bearings is caltrops.
Yep.
I love it. Sorry, I got excited.
I'm tracking the fiend until I'll drop it when an attack becomes imminent. But right now I'm tracking the fiend.
Okay. Well, he's moving away.
Yep, and I want to make sure that he keeps moving away.
Yeah, all of you can hear the creak of the wheels moving its way through the mud, further and further away from you. And this seems to disappear into the darkness.
Okay, this is going to be up for an hour, so I can.
Okay.
Okay.
And the sound of the wheelchair now gone is replaced. And that sounds of hissing, movement, whispers. The heartless man.
Can it occurs to me now, can I make a religion check to see if I know if the heartless man refers to specifically a demon or a devil?
Oh yeah, sure.
Dang, I should have done that.
21.
Terrible nun.
This is the most awful nun.
The worst nun.
Utter nonsense.
I quit. Okay, bye
Sorry.
guys. Well, I'm gonna
I
take my
tried to
heal
hold back.
spells and just no, it's fine.
You tried.
I'm out of here.
Okay. As you start to kind of, you're trying to think through Heartless Man. There's no word of the Heartless Man in, written superstitions and religion. However, now that you're thinking about it, there have been some rumors, whispers of a perhaps long time ago somebody who had been driven mad by something to the point where they performed all sorts of terrible magics to transform themselves.
Any movement from the undead?
They seem to have stopped.
And the fiend that I'm tracking?
Still moving away.
Well, now I know why they chose me to do this.
I'm just like, I will not be able to get to sleep with all of these around us.
Shall we? How far away are they?
Basically, if you're at the center of the clearing, the edge is about 30 feet away from you. And they kind of seem to all be, at least the last time you saw, around the edge.
Do we call the hordes?
Well, I mean, if I'm going to wake up out of a sound sleep, why not thin the ranks a bit?
I'm a bit upset that my rest was interrupted as well. Put away the crossbow, take out my sabers. Let's get to work.
Let's.
Rasta holds up the vial. We can blow something up.
Yeah, maybe throw one of those first, and
Watch
then.
this.
Oh God.
And there goes the forest.
As you just throw the
Just
vial.
yeet the vial.
Leroy.
The vial, you hear it kind of clatter into the ground, and then.
Oh, I better.
Fire.
I
Yeah,
better
roll
actually
that.
cast that. Oh,
Cast
cast
that
at what
damage.
level? Yes. Thank.
Don- Dante's
Thank-
actually like,
Oh,
fire.
I regret this.
I regret nothing.
Nope. Uh, you guys watch as what was darkness beyond these trees is suddenly illuminated by fire, taking with it at least 4 or 5 of these strange, flayed, undead plague creatures.
Excellent.
And
I'm gonna start heading in like the opposite direction from where she threw it, and as I do, I'm going to use my radiant consumption, and you guys
Okay.
see light starts to pour out of my eyes and mouth as I walk up to one of the undead and go to attack it.
damn, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Louis, I got the feeling
Is
this
it
is
time?
the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Let's.
Like Rasta looks at Dante's like, is he puking light?
Yes, and I go catch up with him because I know by now that having somebody fighting nearby helps, or he does
Awesome.
more damage.
And as you let out this basically radiate light off of you, again illuminating a group of these undead. As the
Yes,
fire,
there's bright light in a 10-foot radius around me, and dim light 10 feet beyond that.
yeah. So, hello, undead.
Hello, undead.
Okay, maybe turn down the lights just a little bit. Okay,
No
maybe
answer.
not.
He's got a feral grin on his face, and he's going in.
All right, let's do this.
And as you dive into the fray, as you fight off the plague hounds with fire and light and divinity by your side, that, unfortunately, is what we're going to have to wrap up.
Oh.
Damn!
I'm not gonna lie, I'm low key mad.
So close to attacking him. So close to attacking him.
So close.
She has this
Throughout
thing
that
about
entire thing, Severin was like, if this is a big devil, I'm not gonna be able to do a damn thing. I'm just gonna bluff my fucking way out of this.
That was awesome. All right, let's go around. Again, meet our lovely cast today. This is your chance, guys, to tell us where to find you online, all the cool stuff that you do, as well as tell us what your favorite moment of this one shot was. We're going to go in reverse order. So, Jonathan, hello.
Jonathan, actor, and all that. You can find me on YouTube, SoundCloud, all kinds of stuff. All at the same as my Twitter handle, J Lawrence Kenny. I think we ended it on a hell of a high note.
A lot of fire and burning.
Oh yeah.
And kicking.
Yeah.
Hellfire and Holy Fire.
Hell yeah. Is he puking light? It's still.
Is he puking light?
Yes, he is. Not so much taste the rainbow as
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. And next up, We have Cat Clegg Court.
Hello, I'm Kat, also known as Cleric of Cord, and that's where you'll find me on the Twitters is at Cleric of Cord. Um, pop up here now and again doing one shots. On Tuesday nights, you can find me on Madbird's Twitch channel doing an all evil campaign where I play another tiefling who has a much more complicated background and family history. Much more complicated. But it's a lot of fun. We're an all evil campaign and it's great. And otherwise, that's about it. I play D&D.
And
My
what was your
favorite
favorite
moment,
moment? Yeah.
yeah, definitely the that last setting up for that last battle when
Yeah.
just kind of that beautiful cinematic moment.
Whether you survived it or not, who knows? I'd like to think that they did.
Yeah, doing the Butch Cassidy and the Butch and Sundance thing at the end.
And last of our lovely cast members, TK.
It's me. It's TK. I write spooky stories on the internet. If you like spooky stories and not paying for them yet, you can find them at tkjwrites.com or follow me on Twitter, TK Joins the Fray. You can see way too many pictures of my cat on my Instagram, which is TK Has Joined the Fray because they let me have more characters. On Tuesdays, you can find me on Don't Split the Podcast Network playing Demon Plague with my little half work grandma. On Wednesday nights, you can find me on WebDM with Invisible Sun. On Thursday nights, you can find me WebDM with Land Between Two Rivers. And on Sundays, you can find me on the D&D Twitch channel with Hell's Bells. We have 2 episodes left in our season, so you can follow my angry 18-year-old tiefling paladin there. He's got a lot of problems, maybe a new wife. Who knows? I don't. I really don't. And on Fridays, you can find articles from me for tabletoptest.com. This month, we are highlighting how to keep the atmosphere in horror-themed campaigns. So, worked out. We're going to be talking character design and setting descriptions. Coincidentally, my favorite was probably the description of the bear human homunculus. Really into that, really into the description of the heartless man. Just like the setting in general is very cool to me. I've never heard of Penumbra before, and I will be running that for my home games absolutely very soon because it was excellent stuff.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I guess that kind of just leaves me. I am Kiana. I was your dungeon master or dungeon murderer, apparently, uh, for today and for One Shot Wonders, which is my passion project because I get to play it with cool people all over the internet and sharing in a wonderful, game every week. Yeah, you can find me over on Twitter at KidS, the best way to figure out what I am doing because I am playing role playing games quite literally almost every day of the week. I'm not kidding. I think I only take Sundays off now. So a lot of stuff happening, but it's super great stuff. Um, and yeah, as for my favorite part, I just really like the chemistry between the characters, the banter, especially at like the really high tense moments. Like when the heartless man showed up. It's this bad? Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, I'm very happy with how everything gelled. And if you guys like this whole this series that's going on for the month of October, um, definitely check out the Blood Plague, which was produced by Encounter Roleplay and written by a friend of the channel, Jonathan Fry. It's a module which you can it's a short campaign which you can run. I kind of transformed into a West Marcher style series, but it's super great stuff. A lot of the things that you're seeing in here is in the book, but obviously I skip over a lot of material as well that is super awesome as well. Um, yeah, and then it kind of leaves all the academy stuff. guys, check out our social links. This is definitely the best way to keep up with what we do. And if you want to get in a game like this one, Twitter, send a DM over to Scrat, and we will get you into a game. We have plenty of spaces up until the end of the season, so definitely come and play with us. YouTube, if you're missing any of the previous episodes, if you want to watch the beginning of the One Shot Wonders in the Blood Plague, uh, they're on YouTube now. We're all up to date, which is super awesome. Um, of course, we hit full time. We're now full time streaming channel, and we hit our monthly cost goal. So thank you again, everyone. If you'd like to continue supporting us, Patreon's best way. Definitely hit us up, patreon.com/Scraticus Academy. We have merch as well, which is another great way of supporting us and for showing that really cool Scraticus Academy logo everywhere in your normal day, everyday life. Big thank you to our two sponsors, Bird and Storm and Maychan Press, which do some really awesome content that we are happy to show on this channel in our various different games. And of course, if you got competition stuff, so if you want to win a set of really pretty rainbow dice, definitely hit that up. Super easy. You can do a lot of different entries into there. And we're going to be rating the great Haley, who I'm sure you guys know. Haley is an awesome person in the community. So definitely, when you get in, give them a bunch of hype. If you have the Scrat hype emote, put that in. Otherwise, just bring in all the love and energy and joy. And I believe our rating war cry today is he puking light? In all caps. So yes, definitely send the love. And we will see you guys tomorrow, later today, for even more games. Thank you, everyone, and keep evoking emotions.